Hello, everyone. I'm a few minutes early. Uh, I feel I was rusted a little bit because I didn't been live for a few weeks. So I just want to make sure that I remember how to set everything and everything go good. I see I'm live here. Think it working. Here we go. So I don't know if you're excited as I am, but tonight I'm beyond exciting what I'm going to share. And not only I'm excited what I'm going to share, to be honest, I was missing all of you. So I'm clicking away here. Here we go. I see people are joining in. Awesome. So I'm going to back up the bus a little bit. So the past 2 weeks, because I missed two Thursday, I was in Wyoming. Uh, we went to see the kids. So something excited happened there. So I'm going to share a big news. No, I'm not pregnant. uh, but we're going to have a wedding in the family. So Nika and Jake, the boyfriend, they've been over 3 years. They know each other uh, all the way through when she was at Wyoming University, and then she went to Washington. But they've been dating steady for 3 years. So now he proposed, and she said yes. Oh, exciting! So the family is growing. So we're excited. It's no date yet. Maybe sometime next summer, no date. He's a teacher, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the summertime for because that's when he's off, right? So that's a big news that happened. Okay, I'm looking here as we go. Here we go. So very exciting. Now, what else happened? So we traveled there by car, truck, whatever. So it was a long drive. It's 18 hours drive. And we drive with the pups, so that make it, they're good traveler though. I think they're better traveler than me. So it was fun. We went camping when we can all of us and Nika and Jake and so on. And then the following weekend, we went boating and the boys went mountain biking and do all the stuff they like to do, fly fishing and so on. So it's always fun to go see the kids, right? So now when I'm going to see them again, I don't know. It's kind of long. But I'm going to be missing in action again, not next week, the following week. If everything go as planned, because things change so quick, I plan to go see my mama. It's going to be 3 years I didn't see you, and many of you know that she's not getting younger. So I hope that everything go as planned. I still need. It's still a long process to cross the border in Canada. You need your a test, even if you're vaccinated. Well, you need to be vaccinated, and you need a negative test the 72 hours period before you cross, and you have to send your paperwork, they have to approve, and so on. So I'm hoping everything gonna work out. uh, this time, you know what, I didn't Karen was asking me if I work in the car when we were driving. This time I didn't. Do you know what I done? And many of you saw the picture. I was clicking the picture. Those clouds going up and coming in were just amazing. Those rib was everywhere. So I just enjoyed the beauty pretty much of the nature. So that's what I done. Usually I stamp, I address card and so on. I did work when I was in Cheyenne, though I did all my Christmas card. So yeah, I don't stay put for long, but that's what I done there. Okay, today I asked you what you wanted me to do. I had give you three choice. It was feels like home, pretty pumpkin, nature harvest, and the vote was very close to feels like home and pretty pumpkin. And then I had quite a bit to nature harvest. So next week, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be using nature harvest. But tonight, you know what? I'm using both. Feel like homes with Pretty Pumpkin. So all of you that choose one or the other, you're going to be the winner. And if you choose Nature Harvest, it's going to be next weekend. So Feel Like Home, it's a celebration with an order of $50 or more. You qualify. You can choose that one for free. Celebration in September 30th. So before I go in celebration, I want to tell you though, it's two set of die. We got this summer shade that match that. 1 minute. Let me flip you down and I want to show you that because those one are just while supplies last, okay? So, oops, cannot see that. I had to test if those two were working together and you see it did. So you get a little sneak peek. I didn't want you to see that. Okay, so Be Dazzling, that is one, it's while supplies last. So if that, it's one that you really, really want, you want to add that ASAP because that is while supplies last. Now, these it's guaranteed. The penguin, it's guaranteed. It can go in back order, but they're going to fulfill the order. So you can get it till September 30th. The same with a beautiful pen. They guarantee that. Feel Like Homes, that's what we're using tonight. They guarantee that to the end. Again, when I say guarantee, that doesn't mean it cannot go back order, but they're going to fulfill the orders. Now, Peaceful Penguin, Peaceful Print, that also guarantee. The Counting Sheep stamp set guarantee. The dies, that is while supplies last. So again, and this is 50-50 here, that again, if you want that, that's when you want to add faster. Now, Texture and Frame, guarantee. Now, Summer Shadow Die, that match with the Shaded Summer stamp set in the annual catalog on page 75. That also, it's while supplies last. So it's the two set of die and the dazzling detail that it's while supplies last. The Delicate Dahlias guarantee, and this one here in your ward, if your order is $300 and above, you're going to get that. Okay, that it's the only way you can get that. Now, talking about celebration, you know that right now it's a sweet time to join my team. And when I say join my team, don't be afraid of it. It's no string attached, but a good deal. You get to choose a $125 product of your choice. It can be mix and match from the annual catalog, the holiday catalog, it don't matter. You cannot choose celebration product and you cannot choose hostess. The rest is a free game. So all the way to 125, and then it's 9 bundles. Where did I put my bundles? It's all on my blog, okay? Do I still have it here? Yes. Okay, so the bundle, you get frosted gingerbread. That's on top of your 125. That's $48.50. Christmas season, $54. Christmas to remember, $60.25. Whimsical trees, $51.25. Peaceful Deer, that's with a punch, $36. Sweet Little Stocking, $47.50. Penguin Place, $31.50. Peaceful Cabin, I'm working on that right now. It's $54. Arctic Bear, $47.50. Beauty of Tomorrow, $50.25. Gorgeous Leaf, $44, and Nature Harvest, $53. You can pick one of those 12. So if you pick the most expensive, what you're going to get for $99, it's valued at $247 because you pick 125 plus, let's say the most expensive bundle, it is $60.25. That's the Christmas to remember. You get a paper pumpkin and all that shipped to you for free. So it is a sweet deal. It's a good way to test it out. And then after you join my team, then your order that you place after that, it's 20% as long as you stay active. That's the minimum. Um, to stay active, it's quarterly. You need to place order or sell $300. I bet you say, "Oh, $300 quarterly." If you divide that by three, that's monthly, it would be $100, but that's before your discount of 20%. It averaged $80 a month to stay active. No matter what, you would be active till December 31st. So you would be the first to see the new catalog coming up in January, the new celebration, so on. And if you don't meet the quarterly, what happened? You become my customer. As simple as that. So if you get any question, please don't be afraid to ask me. I'm here to help. And also if you go at frenchiestamps.com, right at the top, I get a Q&A, and also I get a testimony there with some of my team that put a testimony there. So, okay, shall we get started? Let me flip you back. I like to look at you when I talk about joining my team, because I'm telling you, it is no string attached, and I want you to know about that, and also that I want you to know that I am here at all time to help you out. Okay. Okay, so now we got all kind of stuff today. I already tell you that we're using the detailed pumpkin, feel like home, okay? So that's the choice tonight. And by the way, in the description, I got one link. You click on that, you're gonna see everything that, because I know pretty much what we're using, because I test a card just to make sure those two were coordinated or going together. The card base that we're using, we're using the gingerbread and peppermint. Let me flip to the big page. You're going to see better. Page 9 of the mini catalog. So I'm using the card base with the envelope of the gingerbread and peppermint. These cards here are a little bit bigger than a regular 5.5 by 4.25 when it's closed. It's 6.25 by 4.25. I love this size. And maybe just because it's different, it's a nice size. And I also love the note cards because I don't have to write a lot in it, but I'm going to stamp something big in that so I don't have to write a lot, right? And then we're using that, and we're using the, is it on the next page? I thought it was with that. Well, dang it. Okay, we are using the box, the craft box that on page 11, it says, page 75 there, or on page 11, right here, the craft box. We're using that. So what I'm going to do for the winner tonight, the winner going to win, I'm going to do 2 cards because it's fast and I just miss stamping with you all. So the winner going to win the 2 cards, going to win a box. And also, I'm going to toss in a few more of these cards in it so she can stamp whatever. So she's going to receive 6 in all. So 1, 2, 3, 4 extra. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's going to be the extra here that I'm going to put in the giveaway. Make sure you come Sunday. How can you win? It's just by leaving a memo there and you get entered. And Sunday morning, I announce the winner. You have to claim it by Wednesday just because I don't have to have stash all over. And I'm going to mail you that. So it's going to be a bigger package. If you're wondering, those cards here are lovely. They are a very nice thickness. They're not the thin one. They're very nice thickness. And I know it's a gingerbread and peppermint. Trust me, that go with a lot of stuff. I didn't use it with gingerbread and peppermint because I don't have that sweet, going to be honest with you. But I use it with many other things. And you see all the speckle and that, it's already pre-scored for you. Let me show you between a regular card here. So see, it's this longer here. It's a 3/4 inch longer. Okay, So now we get that. Now the box, it's very simple to make. See, you get already the adhesive on it. We're going to stamp on it. And that fit perfectly in this. You can use regular card. It's just that they're going to be loose in it. But this fit perfectly in this, okay? So let's get started by, we're going to start with, I just brought one of the paper. Okay, one's going to be, you know what? Let me grab, yeah, one we're going to have the pumpkin, the other one not. It's going to go faster, but it's two different cards I want to do. Okay, I'm looking for the stamp set that it's right here. Yes, sometimes you need a bigger card. I agree 100%. Now I'm going to put my pumpkin here. Dog hair, that's a bonus in my room. Absolutely. Okay, we're going to put that there. And always go in the corner. I'm not one that use the magnet often. I like to use the corner. Some of you don't like to use the corner. I'm a big corner fan. So I'm going to use Stays On because we're going to use watercolor, okay? So let's use Stays On. And I'm going to stand up here to make some pressure. You don't see me here. Here we go. And I'm going to go again because watercolor paper, I want a deep outline here. Yes, this is a very, very nice trio. I agree with you, Sue. They're very lovely. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to move that aside. I won't wash that now. Let me move that. We're going to bring back the Stamparatus. I'm not using clear block tonight. I'm just using Stamparatus just because that's the way it panned out. So we're going to color that. I got all olive. And I know some of you, that's going to give you a heart attack. You see, I put that in my case. You can, if you don't like that, let me show you a tip that you can do. If you don't like to put your color in your case there, let me share with you another thing you can do without using the re-anchor, okay? You could always use the re-anchor and put drops on a clear block, but if you don't have the re-anchor, and you can always tap, I get this, and use this here. I'm going to use the pumpkin in that. You're going to see how that works. Anytime that you do watercolor, I make sure my brush is wet, and then you're going to need your hanky rag. I had it today. What did I do with it? Here it is. So you all, well, you, I should say I always like to get this wet. So I work by bite size. I think you heard me say that before. If you do too much first, well, then what's going to happen? It dries. So I like to use bite size, and I just wet my paper. The reason why I like to wet my paper, if you don't wet your paper, I'm going to show you what's going to happen. And I think that make a big difference when, make sure you don't have too much water neither. You want water, but not too much. You don't want it all over the place. So let me share with you what happens when you don't wet your paper first. Okay, let me go right here. See, you get a big dark chunk there where you start. You see the center of that? That's why, yeah, Ollie like her cover to stay clean. These stamp pad are all my old one, and I'm okay with that. I use my stuff like no tomorrow, right? So yeah, my stuff get a lot of use. So that's why I like to wet by bite size. Now, for the leaf, I always like to put some yellow in my leaf. It brings it a little bit, just like a real leaf, you get that yellow tint to it. This one, I really want to have some darker here. Here we go. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the stem. The stem I'm going to be up. I didn't do water here first. Let me wet that a bit. You just want to wet it a bit so, like I said, it drag better. So I'm going to use soft suede, and then I'm going to use a little bit of green too in my stem. So you see, I just wipe on my inky rag there. You guys, if you follow me for a while, you know that I talk a lot about my inky rag. It's something that I think all stamper need in their room. Or you can do like me before, all you're gonna bust laughing because it was my first video I did. It was emboss resist. I had forgot a rag and forgot a rag, so it was late fall. Yeah, I was in Wyoming, late fall, and I had a long sleeve, and what I did, took my sleeve and I said, here we go, my first video of all, so it's still a classic. Okay, now we're going to work with the pumpkin, and I'm going to add some pumpkin pie for pumpkin, but not only I'm going to add pumpkin pie, I'm going to add a bit of yellow to my pumpkin and a bit of green. Like, you know, sometimes you go pick up your pumpkin and they're not all ripe yet, all finished ripening. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the green here. Not much, just a little bit. Need a little bit more pumpkin here. So the center, I keep it lighter. That looked very light, I think, in the camera. But the side, I go darker, okay? Now we're going to go with the big one again. I'm going to make sure my brush is wet. And that I want to wet my paper, but not dripping wet. Now I'm going to add, again, my pumpkin pie. So, what you guys did in 2 weeks, like I said, I feel that I was missing out. See there, it was not very wet, so I get a chunk of dark color. I'm going to fix that though, but you see what I'm talking about with, if your paper is very dry, it's just grab the color right away. So now I'm going to bring all this section darker so it don't look bad. Yeah, I feel that I've been gone forever. I was gone not quite 2 weeks, almost, but not quite. Here we go. Now I'm going to go add some green. See, I'm just add a little bit tone of green here and there. And then I'm going to even add some yellow to the big one here. See how the character it gives? So my pumpkin, it's not all the way finished ripening yet. I'm going to put a little bit more here. For me, watercolor, it's very peaceful. I know for some of you, it stresses you out. You want to work by bite size. And if you see a lot of something that it's too much, let it dry and come back. If you try to work over and over, you're really going to just make a puddle, like some of you say. And also, If you let it dry, then you can come back and even remove some of the color. That is if you're using watercolor paper. If you use a regular paper, then if you work it too much, you're going to go right through your paper. Watercolor paper get cotton in it, so it absorbs that. That's the beauty of the watercolor paper. It absorbs quite a bit. Now I'm going to add more yellow here, right here, and maybe just a little bit of the green here. Want a little bit more here. Here we go. See here, now I'm coming back. Et voila. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take, I got my soft suede there. Oops. Just a little bit. You know me, I cannot have floating object. I feel they need the ground or it's going to get cut, but still, I want a little bit of color in that when I'm going to cut it. So now we're going to let that dry. While that dry, because I don't like to cut that in the machine when it's still wet. Oh, dang it. I didn't use that. I'm going to show you what I used to do with that. I'm so used to use my cover. Let me show. What do you have to say, Granite? Granite say, "Arr." That's my talkative dog. Very, very much so talkative. You want to talk to those ladies and gentlemen? Would you like to say something? Okay, I just use from the clear block and see, just like the re-anchor. So that way you don't have to use a drop of re-anchor, and then if that, you can dip it back in. As simple as that. Oh, I love that saying, Louise. Louise said, grounding the image. That is exactly what it is. You need to ground that. I love that. See, we learn every day. But is that pretty with different color? Don't worry about the little bit I went on the side. That's no biggie. One thing though, that I didn't do that I want to do. Let me bring back my soft suede here. And by the way, I am not busy tonight, so I'm going to chit chat a lot maybe. And just because, like I said, I miss being with all of you. I'm just adding the swirly, a little bit of brown in it. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to leave that aside, let that dry. Now we're going to bring our, we're going to do 2 cards, okay? And with Feel Like Home. Yeah, I'm going to die cut. I will die cut it when it dry. I won't fussy cut it just because I won't give some of you a heart attack. But yeah, you could hand cut it if you want. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm bringing the gingerbread and peppermint card base here. I'm going to put it upside down just because that like I said, I like to work in a corner. That it's a personal choice. Now make sure that you put your stamp upside down too. It's not the camera you're seeing upside down. This is me working upside down because I like to work in my corner and it's hard for me to flip it the other way and so on. I'm just used to work with this upside down like that. Now I don't need the stays on because I want watercolor with this. I like to put a stamp case under my Stamparatus there, so it gives me the chance to tap more my ink and not holding the plate. Now I'm going to put that there. Now this I'm going to have to stamp a few times just because it's very detailed stamp, okay? Lift this up. See, it's kind of light. We're going to go back. And you know what? Maybe it's time for me to re-ink my memento, I see, but it's going to work for tonight. Thank you all that inviting your friends. That really make my day. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And one more time. Okay, now we're going to do one more. I think I moved my paper a little bit. I don't know. No, that looked very lovely. See how pretty that is? Is that good just like that? So when we're going to keep it just plain like that. In case if you're not in the, well, pumpkin really, it's not Halloween. It's fall season, the harvest, right? Now we're going to put the other one there. And we're going to do another one. Because I'm going to do 2 cards just because I want to. And then the one that's going to win going to have 2 card finish and going to have 2 card base with the envelope that you can stamp whatever that you want. You can die cut something on it, whatever that your little art desire. That's pretty good. I'm just going to do one more. Make sure it's very dark. So those card base, I'm telling you, I think you want to stock up on them. They are amazing. Okay, let me move that. I won't clean that now. Don't know if I got place to put more stuff here. Okay, now, oh, I do need, Okay, one of them, we will jazz it up a little bit, okay? Let's see if I can die cut that there. This is a pretty, pretty pumpkin set. You know what? It's still damp. So we're going to wait a bit. Let me bring the other... we're going to use this pumpkin here, the one with all the leaves, so on in it. We're going to stamp, not stamp, we're going to hang that with, I'm bringing back the 4 colors we had. And I had, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to hang, one going to have the pumpkin, the other one not, okay? So, oh, not that. I'm going to ink that with crushed curry. Now, I'm going to use pumpkin pie with a dauber and dab here and there. And then I'm going to bring old olive. And add a bit of green, just here and there. Okay, gonna close that, and then we're gonna smack that right here. Like I told you, I don't like to write. I don't know who's gonna win this, if she like to write or not. You know what? I'm gonna put that at the bottom, so we're gonna ground it that way. I'm laughing, Jewel, at the autocorrect. Yeah, it's sometimes I think they spell something right and it's not. Yeah, I know what you mean. See how pretty that is, all the colors, and it was simple to do. So the trick to this, you want to, the main first stamp, the ink that you're going to stamp with have to be your lightest color, and then you come back with the darkest with the sponge, the dauber, sponge dauber. Woo! I had a tough time finding my words tonight. Now I'm going to use, if friends, I think that's go perfect. If friends were pumpkin, I'll pick you. And here we go. Now I'm going to use memento right here. And we're gonna stamp that right here. I go on top of the pumpkin a bit. Et voila. Is that pretty? I think so. Okay, so this one we're still gonna have to put our pumpkin. Let's finish the inside of this one. Oh, one thing though. I need to, you know what? Where is that pumpkin? We won't rehang this, but what I'm gonna do, it's up on it. I don't know if it's enough, we'll see. I get a little bit of the pumpkin, not enough though. Let me, I just gonna, it's nothing left there. So let me just go ahead and put that there. Here we go. Okay, so that one's gonna be ready. Now for the next, that's not done though. We got a lot more to do to that. You think we're done, we're not. Now for this one here, because I won't put the pumpkin, so inside, I'm gonna put your friendship feel like home to me. That little thing, it's stuck there. Okay, so when that happened, it's stuck. What I like to do is take my spatula, put my finger there, go below, and then lift. Sometimes when they're new, they're very sticky, so that's how I get it unstuck. Okay, and I'm gonna take another, because you know that's gonna be too much, and I'm gonna take this little greenery here, and we're gonna do a border. I need more stamp, not stamp, but here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do soft suede. I'm not doing green for that, I'm doing soft suede. And I'm gonna do a border right here. Now I'm gonna go at the top. Here we go. And we're gonna put our greeting in this. Et voila. Okay, so that is ready. Now, where is our envelope for that one? We're gonna do, remember I cannot go there because that's the post office. So I'm gonna go all here so you still have place to write your address. Okay, now the box. We're not done with the cards. I'm just slowing the time. I like to let my watercolor dry natural. Now for the box, I'm going to share you a tip. Do you guys know how to do a 95-degree corner? Sometimes you want a 95-degree corner. So here's my tip for you. This is a post-it note. I'm going to cut that at 1 inch. Well, it's going to be better if I put this sticky up. 1 inch this way, and then I'm gonna go 1 inch this way, and then what you could do, you can go corner to corner or you can use your scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna go corner to corner, diagonal here. Voila. So now we're gonna have the perfect 45 degrees for a corner here. 45, 90. So what, I'm just going to do the top. So first, we're going to reinforce all our score line, okay? Going to reinforce this. And like I said at the beginning, if you missed that, you could put regular card in it. I'm going to show you how it looks. It's just that the gingerbread fit lovely in this. Very, very much so lovely. The regular card, you're going to have a little bit of loose space, but I'll always say loose is better than coming at the seam, right? It's like your clothes. You rather have it loose a little bit than stuff coming out of the seam. Oh, I'm laughing at myself here. Okay, anytime you do a box, a 3D, 3D box, whatever it is, that it's lift up, you want to reinforce the score line. That's make it very different. Okay, now we're gonna do the stamping, that little thing that we use there, that's what I'm gonna use. So this was my corner here. Okay, so this here, to make sure that you know you're going at the right direction, you can put the full corner if you want. See, this would be my full corner. So now what I'm gonna do, wait a minute, something, here we go. You need to remove the other side. Sorry, I had it on the wrong way. So you want it going slant. So that's going to go there, and this going to go here. Do you see how that goes? Now we're going to use this. So then I'm going to have a very lovely corner that's going to match very lovely. So I'm going to do that right at the edge. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to flip that the other way. This way. That. And then this way. So you don't have to do that, but it's just that it make it all the way that you get a nice all around border without going on top of each other. Here we go. See? So that, then I didn't go on top of nothing. Now we're going to do this at the bottom here. It is hot in this room today. Oh, wait a minute. Need to make sure I'm going on the right way. It have to go the point with the corner, the point with the corner. See what I'm doing? Okay, just one more. And we are done. It's tricky at first, but right now it needs to go the other way. So see the point go diagonal this way in your corner. Okay, that is done. Now let's move on to put the box together. So what you're going to do, remove those little whatever the protection there on top of the glue. And I like to do my four corner. They're very friendly, these boxes, because you don't even have to put adhesive. It's already there for you. You just have to remove those little booger there. Here we go. So now I like to fold this straight, lift this up. So I do this side first, put that it's straight, straight. Now I'm going to lift this one. Make sure it's straight and flush down. And this one can be even more, make sure it's reinforced good, because if you don't reinforce those score line, that's when you get problem with it. Here we go. Just squeeze that good. Now you're going to make sure this is, you want to, that it's the break deal if they're not reinforced good. Now we're going to do this one here. I like to do the bottom and then the top, okay? Now, it's easier if you leave this flat down so you can bring it and flush it to the table so then you know it's straight. And here the same thing. Et voila. It's that simple. And you can put ribbon on it and so on. Okay, now let's finish our card. Okay, so the winner gonna get, I just gonna fold that, and it's gonna be a pack of 6, like 2 finish and 4 not finished, and I bet you could fit 8 easy in it, depending on how much layer you're gonna add to your cards. So that's gonna determine you know how much you're going to fit in the box, because I know many of you are going to say how many you're going to fit. If I tell you 8 and you're the one that do what I call a 50-pound cards, you get layer over layer and layer over layer, maybe you're going to fit 2 in it. So all depends on your layer, but really you should fit 6, no problem. 8 would have to be no layers, okay? Wait a minute. I thought for sure that was fitting. Is it not fitting? You know what? The envelope, it's tight. I don't like it. Here we go. It goes. Okay, 1. The envelope, it's very tight. Maybe I did my box a little bit too tight. Here we go. So you know what would be good? It's to put your envelope first in it. So, because the card fit easy, it's just the envelopes was tight a bit. Here we go. And I'm going to do a ribbon around, okay? But we got 2 more cards to put in that. Can I cut this now? Yes. Let me pass this in. And I want to show you a tip to this pumpkin here. You see, I'm going to put that this way. Let me stand up here. That little opening there, you should see the stem of the little pumpkin. So then you know that you're right on, okay? So let me just pass this in the machine. See, and you get even a little bit removed there, that little triangle there. But boom, see, with my color at the bottom, I like that it was color. Okay, we're almost done. Now, this one here with the pumpkin, see, my pumpkin gonna go right there. But we're gonna crank it up a notch tonight. I got watercolor pencil. We're gonna use the watercolor pencil, but we will not use water because it's a regular card base, and also I don't want it to go through. And if you think, well, you could use a stamping blend and color that, remember, if you color with stamping blend, it's going to go inside because stamping blend bleed. So keep that in mind. When you color with stamping blend, you want to layer. So right now I'm using the watercolor, and this is the white one, and I'm doing like the frame and the step of the door. So now you're going to be able to compare color and not color. You can do it without the color. I decided to try that when I wanted to see if the pumpkin was going with this, and I thought, yes, it go, but I wanted to bring the Feel Like Home stamp set more with a pop. So that's what I decided to do. So I got white for the frame, and I think you can see pretty good in the camera there. And I'm going to use Wink of Stella. I didn't mark the Wink of Stella though in my product. I can add it after. I'm going to put Wink of Stella in my window, just like a little glare of light. Now I'm using Cherry Cobbler to do the door. So I get a red door. I mix both of the pack of the watercolor. You're going to say, well, you want to sell the watercolor, that's why you mix it. Some of the color, like the Bermuda Bay was in one, and then the other one. So I said, you know what? You can always just get one pack and try it that way. But I use some of the colors from both. So this I color with the watercolor pencil, but I'm not using water, okay? You could use maybe a little, very light of water, but not much. See how that, boom, it just brings to life. Now I'm going to use the red for the brick too. So my house got red brick and a red door. That's not my house, but we're going to say that's my house today. So I just add the brick here and there, okay? I don't color, I just color about where I see the bricks there. Here we go, just a little bit. Now for the basket, I got wicker basket, so I just add some of, it's crushed curry. This is crushed curry. That one I don't need to do. And the basket here. Now I got garden green. That's going to be all. And you see, I don't really color. I just tap to add some green in my flowers and in my tree. So if you think I spend a lot of time coloring that, I didn't. I just dribble here and there, just to add some pizzazz, some colors to get that pop here. And now the other one, we're going to keep it plain, so you're going to be able to compare it one beside each other. This pot going to be red, like terracotta maybe. Terracotta, it's not a red, but it's kind of a red. I'm not worried about that because the pumpkin going to be there. Now my bike, it's a Schwinn bike, and that teal, you know, do you guys get a Schwinn teal bike? It's Coastal Cabana. Then I get the mud flap. That's the same color than the bike. And then the frame and everything going to be in that Bermuda Bay. And the seat post. Okay, now my tire, I got that white wall tire. And then I'm going to use black just to get that wheel a little bit more pronounced on the outside there. I'm keeping my white wall, but okay, boom. See that? Okay, so now you get this and see this. So now you can see the difference. So it's no right and wrong, but it really adds stuff to it. Now I'm going to use my pumpkin, like I said. I think both at almost the same vote for it. And the one that voted for Nature Harvest, next Thursday I will be using Nature's Harvest. Somebody had problem, they went out, came back, and it fixed. Good. And then I'm going to take my pumpkin and we're going to put that right here. See? Boom. Is that go lovely together? I think so. So now this going to go, so this one with this one. And this is the one that I'm going to put on top. But you see how simple, but even without it, if you're busy, you need a bunch of card and like for thank you or thinking of you or so on. This is quick. It's, I mean, you already get all the spickle on this, the frame it's done, and boom. So very quick. So let's see if these two fit all in this. So the winner, that's what you're going to get here. Like I said, the envelopes are tight in this. I had just tested the cards. You could always give the envelope separately, but that would defeat. I think I put my my box a little bit too tight. So like I said, what you could do, it's, let me sign that. It's, put the envelope in there first. Gosh, 2021, I feel we're 1990. So I will announce the winner. 2021, right? Did I put 21? Yeah. I will announce the winner Sunday. So make sure you come back and check Sunday. If you see your name, you have to claim your prize. Let me see what ribbon we're going to put in that. Don't you think that would make a very, very lovely gift for Christmas, birthday? Sometimes we don't know what to give Auntie Susie, Auntie this, that. They get everything. Well, that would be perfect. See how pretty it is? Let me look what ribbon I got. Orange tea. It's that Russ. You know what? I think, no, I don't like that. This gonna win. This gonna win. Okay. Do I have enough? I do, Sam, I am. Okay, because of the pumpkin, I'm going to put the bow on that side. Usually I always put the bow on the left for some reason. That's where my brain go. This time I'm going to put it on the left. And I want to tie this here. You know what? I'm putting it at the top because that's where the side there. And okay, that didn't do good. So let's make sure our this it's flat. So keep my finger there. Gonna roll under, tuck, and twist. Here we go. Now I got it. Okay, I got too much ribbon, but that's okay. I'm gonna use that on another project. I'm just gonna cut it. I'm not taking it apart. And can move that a bit. Here we go. So the winner, that's what you're going to get in the mail. It's going to be mailed in a padded envelope just like that. So what do you think about that? I think that turned out very, very lovely. I hope you enjoyed joining me tonight as much as I enjoy stamping with you. Like I said, I felt like it was way too long. So, wow, we started, it was light outside, and now I'm looking and it's pitch black. Yeah, the sun, it's go down early. They say fall, it's coming. Let me tell you, it's way too hot here to say fall, but I know some of you are getting the fall season. So that is it, my friend. I hope you're having a lovely evening. And next Thursday, see you at the same place, same time, and I'm going to be creating with Nature Harvest. It's going to be maybe a fall, maybe something out of the blue. Who knows? It's create on the fly, right? So have a lovely day. All the supplies is listed right below in the link. And to all that support me in my business, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bye-bye for now.